As the Bengals get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
57, Mike, 57.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd and 15 now. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Touchdown, John Ross. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Bengals 7, Titans nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by...
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Complete to A.J.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he stopped immediately there.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly. And that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again to Henry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a 1st down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
There on the tackle.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 7, Titans 0.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going up top. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. The 20. Giovanni Bernard. Nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
The extra point is
the point after through the raindrops up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Tackle made by Kevin.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the Titans' 29-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
32.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
34-yard line.
Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
A gain of 1
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Bernard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a Bengal first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21.
Darius Phillips. Tannehill's pass intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Bandit. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's put him on the bus.
This time Burrow will look to throw. Open man is Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. Here we go, here we go. Shoot, shoot.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. T. Higgins was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Burrow looking to pass. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Geno Atkins.
One of the best around. Big Geno Atkins there on the stop. An 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
4-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete.
Tannehill
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He was
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
Tannehill.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll run it again with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
The tackle.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. On the return, Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 now.
9-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 41. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
1st and 10 at the 30.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Bernard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Titans.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Strip that ball. Street. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I got one.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Bengals on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. We got it, we got it. Hurt. Stay at home, stay at home. 54's Mike.
Now it's Burrow. That's complete. Bernard. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This to break our 4th quarter time. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
6-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And just shedding him off there. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first down, Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Geno Atkins on the stop.
Again, it's Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Again, the ball carrier.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Check 52, come on. Check 52, come on.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 27-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he returns this to the 22.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And able to find Green. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play.
Well, that certainly changes things here because they're in field goal range already, but a field goal, that's not what they're looking for now, not after that big play right here in overtime.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Bernard, and he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you.
A gain of 2.
Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Henry, the ball carrier. He's brought down by William Jackson. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now Tannehill with his first throw in OT. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Final score in a partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you. Tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4